This morning on today's Woman, 5 commonly misdiagnosed conditions in women. Today is National Women's Checkup Day, a reminder of how important it is to see a doctor regularly, as regular visits are part of the maintaining of good health that we all need, and it helps us catch any problems early. We've got internist Dr. Keri Peterson, a contributor to Women's Health magazine, now joining us. Dr. Peterson, good morning to you.
Good morning, Anne.
So is gender disparity one of the reasons why there are so often misdiagnoses? I mean, it's hard to believe in 2011 we still have so many women misdiagnosed for basically very, very important illnesses that they should know about.
Sometimes it plays a role. For example, with heart disease, the symptoms that women get often differ from the symptoms that men get. Other ways that you may see it is that certain symptoms may be attributed more likely in women to anxiety or depression than you would see in men in some cases.
So we'll take a look then at these diseases one by one. There are 5, you say, that we should probably really be thinking about when we go in. One is autoimmune diseases. This is sort of an umbrella phrase to basically talk about a number of these immune kinds of diseases, right?
That's correct.
Hard to diagnose?
Very difficult. They affect about 23 million Americans, more common in women of childbearing age. And first off, what they are is when the immune system attacks your healthy cells because it mistakes them for pathogens. And depending on where your body's attacked, depends on what symptoms you get. But the most common early symptoms are very vague: dizziness, fatigue, and fever, which could be attributed to so many other problems that a physician may not go in the direction of seeing it as an autoimmune disease.
So you may really want to get a second opinion. If you're not getting a diagnosis and you're feeling those symptoms, you really might want to make sure you get a second doctor.
Possibly a second diagnosis, but in addition, what's often done is what's called watchful waiting, where you observe your symptoms over time and see if anything new develops that may point your doctor in a certain direction. So the key thing here would be to be vigilant and pay attention to your body and to what symptoms you're experiencing, and then bring them to the attention of your doctor.
I think something else maybe it might be said that women don't spend enough time thinking and being vigilant about is heart disease. I mean, we keep sort of saying it's the #1 killer, but we sort of don't act as if we realize that.
It's true. We still think of it as a men's disease, unfortunately, and it still kills, in women under the age of 45, 25,000 women per year in this country, so it's still a significant problem. And the 2 issues that we see are, first, that the symptoms can often mimic other problems. So the racing heart, the chest pain, the shortness of breath can be attributed to panic attacks in women very commonly. And on the other hand, some of the symptoms that women experience are very atypical, and so it may be missed altogether.
Like?
So rather than getting chest pain, they may get nausea, sweats, and dizziness, which are not the classic anginal symptoms that you expect with heart disease.
You could be thinking that that's menopause,
you
could. Hot flashes or something.
That's correct, among many other problems.
So pay attention to your heart. Okay, then also another disease that's very, very hard to diagnose is ovarian cancer.
Very
difficult. It's a killer.
Yes, it is. It's the 5th most common cancer seen in women, and the #1 killer of reproductive cancers in women. 50% of women are diagnosed at an advanced stage, so it's very difficult to diagnose, simply because early on there are no symptoms. And when symptoms do develop, they also are often attributed to other problems. So for example, one of the symptoms can be frequent urination, and your doctor may attribute that to a bladder problem. Or it can cause bloating and constipation, and that might be attributed to a stomach problem. So it can be very difficult to diagnose.
We have only maybe 30 seconds left, and I want to make sure to get these other 2, hormonal imbalances.
Yes, hormonal imbalances, very common, wide array of symptoms. Early on, it can cause a lot of emotional behavioral changes like depression or weight gain or trouble sleeping. And later on, you'll get more targeted symptoms.
Okay, and endometriosis is also difficult to diagnose?
Early on, yes, because it does mimic a lot of other symptoms, can cause severe menstrual cramps and may just be attributed to a bad period. And the only way it's diagnosed is through surgery, so it's very tough to pick up.
I see. So the key is to be vigilant, to actually own your health a bit more, because we can't always be guaranteed that all this will be diagnosed as we wish it would be.
And consider a second opinion if necessary.
Dr. Keri Peterson, thank you so much.
Thanks,
and coming